I was assigned female at birth. Yeah, I think you get the drill. I actually reject the concept that people are assigned a sex or assigned a gender at birth. Get a clue on society. A doctor doesn't just say, I think it'll be a boy, and magically it's not gonna be a boy. 99% of the fucking time. Don't freaking tell me otherwise. It's like saying, oh, I was assigned a human at birth. No, you're a fucking human. Get a grip. If we freaking reduce every single terminology to a social construct and its existence in society, then we eliminate science completely. We categorize things for a reason. And the reason why we categorize things this way is because we are absolutely obsessed with sex. Get a goddamn clue. I mean, maybe if we were obsessed with skin color so damn much and what's in front of someone's face, we would classify in every individual person and say, oh, this person was assigned black at birth. It's just ridiculous to think about this. In reality, like, do you look at your cat and say, okay, yes, my cat has been assigned female. I don't know what it identifies as because the cat doesn't know what the hell it's thinking about. It knows that it has a penis or a vagina and it might want to get pregnant. And it could become pregnant someday. Yeah, I know cats don't actually know they want to become pregnant. But at the end of the day, that's how it works. This is what is scientifically known. I know you're gonna hate me and call me a transphobe. I got a point, and it's not what you think it is. So, like I said, people categorize things not based on fear, but on a base to understand and have knowledge. Like, how do you... This is what phylogenetics and most of science is based off of. Organization and understanding patterns. So, what happens when these patterns start to break down? The doctor might not be assigning me a sex, but I think my body, the biochemistry of my body is assigning my brain a sex. And my brain is trying to interpret that given its own internal biochemistry and its reference point to my body. So the body is assigning the brain what to do with the rest of you. The brain might think, I want to go pick up this thing over here. But if I've got no arm, my body has a sign saying, you can't do that. So I would have to try and fix it somehow. So in the mind of a transgender, I see it as the body assigning a brain that doesn't accept the body or does not match with the body a sex or a shell that they have to work with. And sometimes that doesn't quite match up. And in this model, it would make sense for there to be more kinds of genders and more options to choose from, because I don't necessarily have to be happy with being female or being a woman, but I don't necessarily see myself as a man in the same steps. There can be 1,000 ways for your brain to identify, but looking at the body, it just does not compute. Likewise, we have grown up in a society that defines gender based very much on categories and based very much on outward visual cues. Therefore, when we deconstruct and reconstruct gender in a sense of how we feel and how the brain interacts with our body and our anatomy, and how our how our body interacts with the roles society imposes on us, we begin to see how this kind of stuff breaks down. Humans are far too complex of organisms to truly be placed in these little boxes here and there. And with that, I better understand the concept, the transgender argument, as well as the concept of multiple genders and genders in between. I've never really felt comfortable being a woman or being a lady or being any. I've always wanted to jump out of the box. I've always wanted to scream. And I know by saying these things I'm putting myself in another box, but at least this was the one I built for myself, not something someone gave me. And that is why I feel like I am a gender.